Hi, welcome to Creating an Art Journal. My name is Haifa Benkati. I'm an art educator at the Riverfront Public Library and the curator of the Riverfront Art Gallery. In this session today, we'll be working in our sketchbooks. And we'll be journaling using inks, pastels, a little bit of collage, fine line markers. And the whole idea of this session is to really let go, is to not focus on the end product, but to really just feel your gesture, to have fun with the materials, and to really explore and play without judgment, without fear, but just to know that it's about you finding what materials you really love to use. So join me as we explore in our art journals. Hi everybody, welcome. I'm Haifa, I'm with the Riverfront Art Gallery, and I'm leading just a little very relaxed video on creating an art journal practice. And if you've been with me on Wednesdays, then you know we're working in our art journals together. I have this little 5x5 journal. I'm posting videos of some of the things that we do in case you missed the live session. But if you want to be with me live, you can join me every Wednesday at 4 p.m. If you'd like to know the materials that we're going to use, you can go to the YPL calendar, click on Creating an Art Journal, and there will be a list of the materials that we'll be using. So for today, I am using a Prima watercolor palette, and I'm probably going to use these three colors. I have one called Rome, one called Jordan, and one called Cocoa. So I'll be using those three colors. I'll be using a little bit of ink. I have the LiquiTex Aztec Gold ink. Actually, no, this is called Bright Gold, so I'll be using that. I have a series of brushes, kind of a grungy brush that I'm going to do some watercolor play with. I've got an actual watercolor brush. And then I've got some pencils. I've got a China oil pencil that will allow me to do some mark making on our finished pages. And then I've got a Uni-ball black and white gel pen. I love these pens. They work really well for mixed media. So that's what I'm starting with. Okay, I'm going to begin by just activating my watercolors with a bit of water. And then I'm going to activate my page by spraying some water. And I'm going to actually add a little bit of water, just kind of twisting it around. I don't know where it's going to go, but that's what will activate the watercolor. So let's start with, I'm going to start with the darkest color. So that's the fourth one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that right? 1, 2, 3. I think this is the cocoa. So yeah, let's go with this one. Yeah, that's. And I may be pausing to use my hair dryer. And now I want to kind of use my grungy brush to just kind of get some texture on there. I've also outlined my pages with some artist tape. So I'm just kind of smushing it on there. Okay. Rinse my brush. Pick up this beautiful Rome color. Just to get a pop of color in there. Now I think I'll add some of the cocoa. I love that there's a cruciform forming there, but I don't want that to look intentional. There's also a brush here. I'm going to try and push that out. Don't want that to be in there. And I might have some bleed underneath this tape. That's okay. That'll be all right with me. It brings some of the Rome up into this color to kind of blend out that cruciform that's forming there. And now let's deal with the cocoa. I'm really, what I'm doing is just playing with the watercolor, having some fun playing, moving around, not trying to come up with a product here, moving it around. Okay, I'm going to hit this with a hair dryer and I'll mute so that you don't have to hear that. Okay, now that it's not completely dry, but it's dry enough for me to move on to the next step, and that's the LiquiTex Gold. I'm going to get some gold on there just by kind of drawing it on, and then I'm going to activate it with a bit of water. And I always put my ink cap back on. If you don't, that'll be the time that you knock it over. So now I'm just going to activate this. Right, like that. Gorgeous. Yeah, I really like that. It's hard for you to see the gold. Bring it up. I think you can see that. It's quite beautiful. Okay, I'm going to finish up by trying to get some speckles on there. So I'm going to go back to my Rome, my darkest color, and just get some speckles on there. Flecks. Yep, just like that. And now time for the big reveal. Peeling away. I'm peeling straight, but I'm also peeling away. And I'm using artist tape because if you use masking tape or something else, unless you take away part of the stickiness, it can rip your pages. And the artist tape will not rip anything. Okay, so there it is. Going to just finish with a little bit of mark making, but before I do that, let me just bring this up close. Before I do that, I'm going to hit this one more time with the hair dryer. See, it doesn't take long to dry it. I'm dry. If you have a hair dryer, just get an old hair dryer. Have it sitting next to you. Okay, I'm going to do a bit of mark making now. And I have this copper pen from Uni-ball. Let me just activate it really quick with a piece of paper so that I know that it's going. Sometimes it takes a minute. Come on, copper pen. Maybe I won't be using the copper pen. It seemed to want to activate. Okay, let me go to always be ready, always have a backup plan. So I'm going to go to my black. That's working. And think about some marks that I want to do. So I think some lines. Remember, this is just plain getting to know your watercolors, how they respond, getting to know your marks. What marks you like, what marks you're not that crazy about. I also like to just outline different spots, so put some circles around some of the interesting speckles. You see, I had a little bit of bleed there under the tape, but that's okay. It's still framed. And that's the important thing. There is a kind of frame there which contains the work. I think I just want some dots. And you know, a great thing to do with your watercolor play is to get some watercolor cards and create some fast, beautiful pieces like this and use those cards to send to friends. People love receiving handmade art. And the more you play, the more you'll discover things that you really love about doing this type of watercolor. This is just an abstract watercolor to do one here. Yeah, I might do more with this. Maybe I will add a bit of white. Let's kind of integrate those black dots by doing some white dots too. And you'll find your own marks. You'll find what satisfies you when you make it. No matter what you do, it's going to be amazing because only you could have created it. And art journal play is really about finding what inspires you, being in a moment of creativity without focusing on the final product, but just being in a meditative state, a relaxed state, remembering to breathe and enjoy the materials, enjoy the color. It's not meant to create a thing. It's meant to just be in the practice of exploring and um, playing without the pressure of creating a final product. That's all this is. Hey, I feel I feel fine about that. That's good. That feels like a good page. We bring it up closer so that you can see. Come on, focus camera. Okay, it's got the gold, it's got some bling, it's got mark making. I've explored with my palette, which is pretty new to me. So I'm getting to know my colors. Okay, great. Thank you for being with me today. I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to you joining our Wednesday art journal workshop. And please email me if you have any questions. And have a great day. Take care, everyone.